Dust of snow, the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Written by Robert Frost. I welcome you all to this knowledge imparting YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel to stay updated. Here I have decided to teach you Dust of Snow. It has been prescribed for class 10. The poem has only one sentence having two stanzas. Yes, you heard it right. It is only a one sentence poem. You would be probably thinking, what is there to learn in a single sentence poem? But students, see the poet. Who is the poet? Robert Frost, a great American poet, four-time Pulitzer Award winner. So, if Robert Frost is the poet, there must be something precious which he would like us to understand. So let's see what's there in the poem for us. For your convenience, I shall be discussing this poem under the following headings: meanings and theme of this poem. Second, technical aspects of this poem. And at last, questions with answers will be discussed. So let's see meaning of the poem. First of all, let me tell you explanation of some words from the poem. Hemlock, it is a poisonous tree with a small white flower. The other important word is rude. It means to feel sorrow, sad. Here you must remember one important thing. Robert Frost is a master of symbolism. He uses symbols to create atmosphere of his poems. Here in this poem, the poet uses crow, hemlock tree, winter, snowfall to create an environment of sad, gloomy, and bad mood. So, first stanza describes a crow sitting on a hemlock tree. You can see the first line, a crow sitting on a hemlock tree. It is winter and there is continuous snowfall. The hemlock tree is laden with snow. All of a sudden, the crow flutters. His fluttering shook the branch of the hemlock tree. The fluttering causes the snow to shower on the depressed and sad poet who was under the tree at that point of time. So what happened? The fluttering of the crow caused showering of snow on the poet. And the condition of the poet was, he was sad, gloomy, happened to be there at that point of time. Now come to the second stanza. The second stanza shows, it's very important, just have concentration. The second stanza shows that the snow showering caused the change of mood of the sorrowful poet. Now the poet was no more unhappy. That little adventure of snow shower made him happy, and he realizes that his remaining part of the day will pass happily. Why? Because now his mood has changed from unhappiness to happiness. So let us see the theme of this poem. You can realize that the meaning was very simple. A crow sitting on a hemlock tree, its fluttering caused the snow shower, and the snow fell on a poet who was in sad mood, but that little adventure made him happy and the remaining part of his day was saved. This is the simple meaning of this poem. But now let's go deeper into the poem. I have already told you that this poem is a small but has a deeper meanings. The poet Robert Frost himself has put the masses of the poem into the following words: always, always a larger significance. A little thing touches a large thing. Remember, a little thing touches a large thing. It means the poem shows how a single moment of excitement changes an unhappy man into a happy man. I repeat, the poem describes that falling of snow, which is a small adventure, changes an unhappy man into a happy man. Here, falling of snow is a single moment of importance. The whole poem presents only one moment, and in other words, the poet suggests that small events bring larger change in our life. The poem also proves that a person should never become hopeless, dejected, and sorrowful when he faces tough situation in his life. He can get relief and inspiration even in the worst situation, and even within a moment his fate can change. The poet becomes too much happy after falling of dust of snow on him. The sad mood of the poet changes to a happy mood. So this shows that nothing is permanent, not even sadness. Sometimes bad things bring good in us. Now let's see one another aspect of this poem. What is that another aspect? The society believes that crow, hemlock, winter are bad omens. Crow symbolizes death, darkness, and gloominess. Hemlock is a poisonous tree which brings bad luck. Winter and snowfall time is also considered a bad time of the year. But here, Robert Frost shatters the belief of the society that crow and hemlock bring bad luck. And how did he do this? By showing that these crow and hemlock, which are considered inauspicious, actually brought happiness to the poet. So the irony is that people think bad omens bring bad luck. But here bad omens brought good luck to the poet. To make it more clear, we can say that these bad omens made his day. Now, dear students, let us come to the technical aspects of this poem. As you know, it is a small poem having one sentence divided into two stanzas. The rhyming scheme of the first stanza is A, B, A, B. The rhyming scheme of the second stanza is C, D, C, D. There are many literary devices which have been used in this poem. Let us discuss this one by one. The first one is assonance. It is repetition of a vowel sound in closely connected words. Example, shook down on me. Here O sound has been repeated. The next one is alliteration. It is a repetition of a consonant sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Example, the first one is has given my heart. Here consonant sound H has been repeated. The second example is and saved some part. Here consonant sound S has been repeated. Let us come to the next literary term, consonants. Here consonant sounds got repeated in the beginning, end and in the middle of a sentence. Example, of a day I had rude. The sound has been repeated. The last one, which is very important, enjambment. Here the same sentence continue to the next stanza. If the same sentence continues to the next stanza, that is called enjambment. Now you can see the whole poem is a single sentence having two stanzas. Hence the same sentence continue to the next stanza. So the whole poem is a fine example of enjambment. Now come and be a part in the question answer discussion. The first question is, what is the dust of snow? What does the poet say has changed his mood? How has the poet's mood changed? In this question there are three parts. So the answer for the first part is, the dust of snow means the fine particles or flakes of snow. The answer for the second part is, the sudden shower of snowflakes on him changed his mood. And the answer for the last part is, the poet's mood changed from sadness to happiness. Now come to the second question. The second question is, how does Frost present nature in his poem? The answer is, Robert Frost creates a natural environment with the help of snowfall, hemlock tree, a bird, that is crow, and winter season. The third question is, what are the birds that are usually named in poems? Do you think crow is often mentioned in poems? The third question, what images come to your mind when you think of a crow? So again there are three parts in this question. Answer for the first part, that is, what are the birds that are usually named in poems? Answer is, birds like sparrow, nightingale and peacock are usually named in poems. The answer for the second part, that is, do you think crow is often mentioned in poems? The answer will be no. I don't think crow is generally mentioned in poems. And the answer for the last part, that is, what images come to your mind when you think of a crow? The answer is, a crow symbolizes death and destruction. It is often used for negative references. The next question, what is a hemlock tree? Why doesn't the poet write about more beautiful tree such as a maple or an oak or a pine? This is a very nice question. The answer is, hemlock is a poisonous tree. The poet doesn't write about more beautiful tree such as a maple or an oak or a pine because he wants to create a sad scene. Here hemlock tree symbolizes bad luck, harbinger of bad omens. The next question, what do the crow and hemlock represent? Joy or sorrow? What does the dust of snow that the crow shakes off a hemlock tree stand for? The answer, here crow and hemlock tree represent sorrow. The answer for the next part, the dust of snow symbolizes joy as it has brought happiness to the poet. Now come to the next question. Why does the poet feel that he has saved some part of the day? Very nice question. The answer will be, both crow and hemlock tree are the harbinger of bad luck. But when the crow shook down the dust of snow on the sad poet, it became a little adventure for him. He found himself relieved from sorrow after this incident. Now he could enjoy his remaining part of the day. The next question is, how did the crow change the poet's mood? The answer is the poet was depressed and sorrowful. It was winter season and having snowfall. The trees were covered with snow dust. A crow sitting on a hemlock tree shook the tree in such a way that some dust of snow showered on the poet. This changed his mood and he became happy and relaxed. You get extract based questions in the examinations. So, let us discuss two extract based questions over here. So, the first question, the extract is, the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. The first question, which is based on this extract, is name the poem and poet. It is a very general question which is generally asked in the examination. So, as you know, poem Dust of Snow and poet Robert Frost. I advise you that you must memorize the name of the poet. The second question, which is based on this extract, is where was the crow? You all know the crow was on the hemlock tree. The third question, what did the crow do? The crow shook the hemlock tree and made the snow to shower on the poet. The fourth question, based on this extract, is what does a hemlock tree represent? Now you all know the answer to this question. A hemlock tree is considered inauspicious and it represents sorrow. The second extract, let us read the extract. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. The first question, who is I in these lines? As we all know, I is the poet himself. The second question, which is based on this extract, is what changed the mood of the poet? And the answer, the dust of snow from the hemlock tree changed the mood of the poet. The last question, which is based on this extract, is what was the mood of the poet before and after the incident? We all know that the poet was depressed, hopeless before the incident, and after the incident he became in happy mood. With this, I end this video. I once again request you to subscribe this channel for latest videos. Thank you.